Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, nice to meet you. In this video, I will explain and talking about phonemes, minimal pair, and allophones. In this slide presentation is by Widya, BP 2010 73 2033. English Phonology D class from English Department, Andalas University. Alright, the first is phonemes. I will explain about phonemes. Before that, we should know definitions from phonemes. Alright, what are phonemes? Phonemes is a smallest unit of sound in a word that make difference in its pronunciation as well as its meaning from another word. Phonemes are language specifics and phonemes are customarily written between slashes. In other words, phonemes that are functionally indistinct in English. For instance, S in soar or S in soar distinguish it from or R in roar. As it becomes different from soar, its pronunciation as well as meaning. For example, for easier, B and P in B and P. You should know that phonemes are important. Phonemes are important information to convey by a single segment of the utterance. If we transcribe the two possible answers in phonetic symbol, we get B and P. If we permute P or P and P or P, we change the meaning of the words and hence we aren't discussed about same thing. Alright, I will give you more easier example. We have example buzz and buzz. S is voiceless alveolar fricative and Z are voiced alveolar fricative. S or S and Z or Z are different phonemes. They have different sound and contrast meaning if you want to make it simple. Alright, then we move to minimal pair. What is minimal pair? Before we know what is minimal pair, we should know about contrastive distribution. Definition first, and after that, we will understand what is minimal pair. What is minimal pair? Alright, we should know what is contrastive distribution. Contrastive distribution is the situation in which two phones occur in the same environment and result in semantic contrast. To determine whether contrastive distribution of two or more sounds occurs in given language or a given dataset, we need find two words that have same number of phones and that differ in one phone in the same position. After we know what is contrastive distribution, we move to minimal pairs. Minimal pairs are pairs of words or phrases in particular language, spoken or signed, or that differ in only one phonological element. Minimal pairs are useful way to highlight a sound in a meaningful context, and also to minimal pairs include reverse dictation, tongue twisters, and drilling. Okay, I'll give you example. K and M or K and M are realization of two different phonemes about K and M, because substituting one of the other of at first element of the string A gives two different words about cat and mat. Example words is cat and mat. K A T and M A T. You can only say that the phonemes of a given language form system in which they are all opposed to one another. I'll give you another example. Take English P. P is opposed to B, as in pig and pig. P is opposed to T, as in P and T. And P is opposed to V, about fat and pet. Okay, last we will talking about allophones. Before that, we should know about complementary distribution before we know about allophones. Okay, complementary distribution is a relation between the variants of two phonemes, each of which occur in certain set of phonological environment. These variants are called allophones. Complementary distributions are two speech sounds and different phonemes in same phonemes. Same as I say before, complementary distribution is the relation between the variant of two phonemes, and these variants are called allophones. In other words, two phonemes take a slightly different form. It becomes a different allophones depending on the environment in which it appears. Allophones are phonetic variations, different pronunciations of the same phoneme. Using a different allophone does not change meaning. It is important to be aware of what allophones and phonemes exist in other language, as this can use problem when learning the sounds of English. Alright, we move to example. I'll give you three words. First words is tap, step, and pat. Tap because T followed by vowels. T is aspirated. Example, T become tap, ta. Step is not aspirated, and pat is not aspirated either. We can see from diagram, T can be two allophones, aspirated and not or elsewhere. Alright, that's presentation and talking about phonemes, minimal pairs, and allophones. Thank you. I'm sorry for my mistakes and I will be glad if you want to correct me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.